Hello teacher, today I will explain you some C language code. So let's divide for, we have three codes, round robin, priority scheduling and shortest job first. So let's start from the round robin. This C program implements the round robin scheduling algorithm for process scheduling in operating system. So what we are doing in the main function. The main function initializes the process IDs, burst times and the time quantum. Then it calls the find average time to compute the displays the average waiting time and turn around for the given processes. So next one, we are calling function to calculate average time. So this function calls find waiting time to compute the waiting time for each process. Then it calls the finding around time to compute turnaround time. It prints the burst time, waiting time, and the turnaround time for each process, and calculates and prints and average waiting and turnaround time. The next function that we will do is find waiting time. So the function calculates the waiting time for each process using the round-robin scheduling and simulates the process execution in a loop, reducing the remaining burst time by the quantum. Then the process finishes, it updates the waiting time WT for that process. The loop continues until the process are done. So function to find turnaround time here. So we will doing the function calculates the turnaround time for each process and computing is the sum of the burst time and the waiting time for each process. So next one, we can see this one is the priority scheduling. So what we are doing here, this program implements a priority-based scheduling algorithm where processes are sorted based on their priority before calculating waiting time and turnaround time. Each process has unique priority, and the lower the number, the higher the priority. Let's break down the code step by step. Structure definition. Here, the process structure defines each process with IDs, burst time, priority, waiting time, and turnaround time. Function to waiting time. This function calculates the waiting time in the process. So first one, the process has zero waiting time. For subsequent process for the waiting time, the sum of the waiting time and burst time in the previous process. Function to find around time here, we're using for loop here. So the function calculates the turnaround time for each process and the sum of the burst time and the waiting time. The next function, teacher, we are doing here the function to sort process by the priority. The function sorts the process based on their priority using the simple bubble sort algorithm. Next, finding the average time. The function calculates the average waiting time. It first calls find waiting time and find around time. Then it prints a table of processes with their burst time and calculates and print the average waiting time and turnaround time. In the main function, initialize the array of process structures with process IDs, burst times, and priorities. Then calculates the number of processes and sorts the process based on their priority and calculates and displays the average waiting time and turnaround time by calling find average time. So that's all. So the third one is the short code. It's about the shortest job first. Let's start how we wrote, how kind of library we are used. So we can see here the program implements the shortest job first scheduling algorithm, which is type of scheduling where processes with shorter burst time are given priority over those with longer burst time. Here's a detailed explanation of this code. So what kind of the structure we used is here in process IDs, burst time, waiting time, and turnaround time. So function the waiting time. The function calculates the waiting time for each process that we are doing, and the first process has zero time waiting, and subsequent process the waiting time is the sum of the waiting time and the burst time for previous processes. Function to find around time, turnaround time. So function calculates the turnaround time for each process and the sum of the burst time and waiting time. Next function, function to sort processes by burst time. The function sorts the processes based on their burst time using the bubble sort algorithm. Here you can see how bubble sort is working, and the processes with shorter burst times are placed earlier in the array. Function to find the average time. This function calculates average waiting time and turnaround time. First one, it calls the find find waiting time and find turnaround time to compute the respective times for each process. Then it prints table of processes with their burst time and the turnaround time. It calculates the prints average waiting time around time. So here is the main function, initialize an array of process, then calculates number of process, and after this we are sorting the processes based on burst time. Then we are calculating and display the average waiting time and turnaround time by calling find average time. So teacher, thank you for your paying attention. So this round for Robin time, priority scheduling and shortest job first. So that's all teacher, thank you for your paying attention. See you.